Hello, good afternoon everyone. Hi Chris and Nolene. Oh, hello. Tony in Texas, welcome along. Leanna, hi. Samantha, Sue, and who's on Facebook? Salia, hello, good afternoon. She's back. She is back after a couple of Wednesdays. Robbie, Chris, hello. Hello, J Frog. With Julie and Sharon and Jean, hello to you. What you been up to? What you been sewing? Have we got anybody new from the Half Yard Club along for the first time today? Welcome along if you are. Jill, Jean, Sue, hello. Gail, Sandra, Sharon, who else have we got? Jan, welcome. Haven't really got anything new to show you today. Saving all the new fabrics for another occasion. I've got some new numbers, but I just thought I'm going to make a little folder. I found some fabric at the office, which I know I've shown you before. It's the bee hexagons. I can't remember what it's called, but there is a link on your YouTube and on Facebook if you're interested. And I've kind of teamed it with Make and Believe Sky, because I think that goes really well. There's loads of colours in there. So I don't really know what I'm doing. I just thought I'd have a play around. I thought that lends itself to being quilted is what I thought. So I thought I'd just do that. Oh, girls just joined the Half Yard Club. Welcome along. What are you going to make? What's the first thing you're going to make now you've joined? Jan, hello. Wendy, Sarah, Sarah Jane, sorry, and Karen. Lavina's off work this week. Oh no, who's off work? Christine's off work this week. So I can listen and get a bit of sewing done this week. Huh? Take it out in the garden. Hi Rita. And Julie just sews. Hello. And Jill, hello to you. Geraldine, welcome along. Oh, let me show you these numbers. We have the whole alphabet in uppercase, lowercase, and numbers too. And we do have uppercase on their own as well. So I'll just show you really quickly, because we have only put these on the website the other day and there's not an awful lot left. They're just mylar numbers. So you draw around them basically. And I'm going backwards, but I'm not going to get them all out. But you've got the whole alphabet. They're 3 inches tall, and then we've got lowercase, which are 2.5 inches tall. They're somewhere in here. Those are the lowercase ones, back to front. And you've got your numbers in there as well. 0 through to 9 somewhere. I saw them just a minute ago. There are numbers in there as well. So uppercase, lowercase, and I'm never going to get them back in the packet again now, am I? And numbers as well. So that's it. That's all I'm going to show you that's new. We've got new downloads on the website. The ones that you might have seen on Sewing Street are now on there as downloads. There's the Quilt As You Go squares folder and the long hexagon cushion cover I've just gone on today as well. Oh, Chris has just made the template storage holders. I've got room for more. Haven't got any planned at the moment. Let me know what shape you want. I thought I might just do pentagons. I know we did the little pentagons that were in the set, but I thought I might do big pentagons. Christian's trying to get some sewing done, cutting out a jacket. Oh, nice. Hello, Jackie. I've got Kaz as well. Hello, Kaz. Only just over a week to the retreat now, isn't it? Getting really exciting. Hello, Mary. No, I'm only just come. I'm 3 minutes in, so you're not late at all. Anne's been making more rabbits. Lovely. Feeling loads better. Thank you, Patrice. Still a little nasal, methinks, but yeah, feeling loads better. How are you lot? How are you doing? Hello, T. Who else have we got? I think I'm up to date. Oh, Judy's got membership on the system and I have to remember to activate it when the annual subs are up. Well, you should get an email to say when your subs are up. So when that comes through, just remember to cancel it and stick your code in then. A flower template, that's a nice idea, Leanna. Are you on your way, YouTube? Are you on your way, tube? Are you on your way, tube? Don't know what you mean, Leslie. Think that might have been spell check. Oh, nice. With screen sensation print designs. Oh, Alan's been busy. Hello, Sue. Daryl. Sandra loves the cushion. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Really enjoyed making that. It is lots of Y seams, but they're very easy to sew. Didn't take very long to make that one, really. And I haven't got the squares folder with me because I still haven't emptied the car since Sewing Street last week. Jam packed full, can't find it. Everything's just shoved in the back. So getting through it. Yeah, I'll have a look at that, Irene. A flower template might be quite nice, mightn't it? I'll have a look at that one. Oh, am I on YouTube? Yes, I am on YouTube. Yes, definitely. We've got Linda and Pauline and Irene, Daryl and Anne and loads of people there. Pam's looking forward to all the makes. Linda's making Barbara. I've seen some of your Barbaras. They're looking really cute. Oh, it's rain. Oh no, Kathy, it's raining. Mind you, yeah, like you say, good day to sew, isn't it? We've got a lovely day here. Lovely and sunny and a little bit cloudy and a little bit breezy, but very nice and warm. Hi Claire, how are you? Right, should we do this thing? Because I don't really know what I'm doing with it. I just saw that and I thought, oh, I like that. Forgot about that fabric, and I think I need to quilt it. So let's have a think about what we're doing. So I've got a piece cut 10 inches deep. So I'm thinking if that wraps around there like that. Just one of those little things with pockets on the inside that you can just put things in. A bit like a book. I think that would be good at that kind of size. So that's 8.5 inches. So I'll just get me cutting mat up. Just bear with me a moment while I just take that out of its packet. So that's a strip measuring 17 inches by 10. I think that's quite a nice size, so I think we'll do that there. And then my pockets, actually that looks about the right, maybe there, maybe 5 inches for the pockets on the inside, so I'll cut those to 5.5. So I'll need 2 of those, one for each side, and I'm just going to fasten it with a piece of ribbon. So 5.5 and 5.5. So that's it for the outside bits, and then I'll need lining. Valerie, the codes are purchased through Sewing Street. They are 2-year memberships to the Half Yard Club. So if you have a look on the Sewing Street website, they did have a banner across the top, but if you just put Debbie Shaw into the, shall I show you? Should we do it? You go there. Just get my keyboard and put Sewing Street into the search bar. And that comes up there. It comes up there. So that's Sewing Street. SewingStreet.com. Oh, there you go. It's come up straight away. So if you go on to sign up here, that'll take through to the membership. So you pay Sewing Street, it's the deal that they've put together, but Search Press, who I run the Half Yard Club with, will be sending out the codes. So you can buy there. You will get 3 free books with it. I think they're still doing that at the moment. Oh yes. So you'll have mine and Kim's Refashion, Restyle, Restitch book and the 2 Build-A-Bag books, and those will be coming out to you separately to your code. So your code will be emailed, and the books will be sent out as soon as possible. So that's via Sewing Street. Anybody else that was wondering? Artie Blade, hello in Nashville, Tennessee. How's the weather out there today? It's sunny in Bolton, says Susan. Right, what did I say? 17 by 10. Did I say 17 by 10? What did I say for that? 8.5? Yeah, 17 by 10. So I'll need a piece of lining. cut to that. So let's trim this down. Like so. So 17 is there. So I'm just cutting 17 by 10. That's all I'm doing. Just 17 by 10. So that's 17 gone. There's 17. Right at the end. By 10 inches deep that way. So can you tell I haven't got a clue what I'm doing? I have no idea how this is going to turn out. And 17 was right at the end there, wasn't it? Yes, right on the edge of my board there. Right, so that's that, and then I've got one lining and lining for the pockets, which were 5.5 by 10. Then I think we're ready to start quilting this. 5.5, 5.5. Okay. I'm on Facebook, Julie. Definitely there on Facebook as well. Oh, Fee's been wine tasting. Feeling fine, thank you, Fee. Feeling fine now. A quilted, yeah, I'm making some kind of quilted folder, but I'm afraid it's one of those that I haven't prepped at all. So I'm just going to wait to see what happens. What's happened there is I've just removed YouTube from my screen. There you are. Right, so this is the bit that I'm going to quilt. It is hexagon, so I'm not going to quilt all the way around each one because we will be here for rather a long time. I'm just going to put my iron on because I've got a crease down the middle of that. Julie's got a blank screen. I'm going out from here, okay, Julie? No blank screen at this end. Oh, Rita Fee asks what kind of wine you're tasting. Bit early for you, Rita. Bit early at that o'clock in New York. Okay, I'm just going to cut that down a little bit. So I'm just using 80-20 wadding. I was looking for some of the really poofy polyester wadding, but can't find it. So I'm using that one instead, which will be fine. Just something with a little bit of loft so that we can quilt it nicely. There you go. Overcast in Essex. Received free books yesterday with a 2-year membership. Lovely, Christine. Thank you very much. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Coco. Oh, Chris is planning on doing a bit of wine tasting at the retreat. Yours are with the projects with the wiggly lines then. They're not quite sewn straight. Wake up the next morning and can't remember what you sewed the night before. I'm going to use some 505 spray just to stick this to my wadding. So I'm spraying away from the machine. And as I said, I'm not going to quilt all around each one. I think I'm just going to go down and zigzag it like that. Then I can just do it all in lines instead of having to stop and go around each shape. Right. Hi, Susan. She's just got in from work. Oh, and another Susan's just appeared on Facebook as well. 2 Susans together. Okay. A stencil from Maddie's face. I'll have a think about it, Laura. The stencils have got a minimum order, so I'm going to end up with hundreds and hundreds of Maddie faces. But I'll have a think about it. Can you not just trace it from the pattern? Would that not work? I'm there, Mary. I am definitely on YouTube right now. Because I've got Amanda and Rucha, hello, from India, and Jan, and Viv and Susan and Priscilla's there as well, and Kaz. The shift dress, what dressmaking fabric do you need and when is it out? That's the shift dress, it's out on the 8th. I've used that's a linen mix fabric. Linen mix is absolutely perfect because it looks like linen, drapes nicer than linen, but it's nice and lightweight. So linen mix is absolutely perfect, or viscose is recommended as well. But just something that hangs quite nicely, not a stretch fabric, it needs to have a little bit of structure with it. But we've got lots of linen mixes on the website. Some are patterned and some are plain, so those would be the ones that I'd recommend. Okay, just going to quilt along these lines. Trying to be careful and stitch along the lines, but to be honest, I'm not too worried if it's off a little bit. The print is so busy. I don't think you'll notice if I've got wobbly stitches. So Sunday I've got Susie over at the office. We're going to be cutting up fabrics for the retreat. Maybe not all of them for you, but we're going to get a lot of the cutting out of the way. I had a message from Adam earlier on as well. We've got a table each this time around. We've got a big room. They've decorated the ballroom for us. So yes, looking forward to that one. Okay. So chat amongst yourselves. I'm just sewing zigzag lines. I do think it'll make a nice little pouch though, this one. Just a little folder dealie. I don't really know where I'm going with it. I've made similar before, I'm sure, but I'm just going to wait and see what happens. All right. Just sewing zigzags, might be a while. Oh, thank you, Jackie. She's just put a link onto YouTube for you. Definitely on there. I haven't really got anything else coming up. Kim has been busy this week. Got cold. I don't know where she got it from. So more projects coming out there. I've got some amazing new hardware, but I just need to do a project using them, so I'll get on with that at some point. I've been painting my next fabric range, so that's gone off to today. Yes, we do ship to the States, Tony. When you go through to checkout, it'll give you a quote. It's normally about £16. It's quite expensive. That's not to do with us, that's FedEx. So we only charge you what we get charged from them, so it can be quite a lot. But we'd have got quite a lot of customers in the States, so we are shipping out there quite a lot. Nearly done actually. Now, given more time, you see, I would go around the outside of each one of those and then go around the inside as well. And I find it quite relaxing. And then it does look like all of these pieces that have been actually pieced together. You see, they've got bugs on them. It's really sweet fabric. Hello, Cynthia and Sunny Hensford. Right. 2 more, and then we're done with this. Does make a difference though, doesn't it? It just gives you that added little bit of interest, a little bit of texture, a little bit of depth, and of course it holds the wadding to the fabric. That's a bonus. Linda doesn't live far from Cynthia. Maybe you can have a catch up and do your have a little sewing day together. I'm just using white thread, Shirley, for this one. I don't think it matters. I normally use white. I normally use a cream or an off-white thread, but I'd only got white down here, or enough white down here, so just use white. Red would have been nice actually, wouldn't it? Tell you what we could have done as well. You know the one of the heirloom stitches on your sewing machine that looks like a hand-stitched stitch? That would have been nice. I've not used that on this machine actually. Must have one. I'll have a play with that another time. Would linen work well for the smock panels? Yes, it would, Deirdre. Absolutely perfect. It's fine enough to fold, but it holds its crease, which you're going to need for the smocking. So yeah, that would work really well. Yes, Samantha, it's all fixed now. I had a word with George and he fixed it over the phone. The issue apparently was lifting up the foot manually at the same time as the machine was lifting it up automatically. Didn't like it. Didn't like that at all. Oh, it's there. I said, how do you lose a cutting mat? Right. So let's trim down the wadding. Whoops. Oh, Delia, welcome along. First live, having joined via the Sewing Street registration. Welcome along. We do a live stream every week, as often as I can, on a Wednesday afternoon and a Saturday morning. Saturday morning at 11, Wednesday afternoon at 4. But then on the last Saturday of the month at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, there is a live stream just on the Half Yard Club website, and I try and do a sew along on there as well, and I give something away. So if you can join us there, that's a perk of joining the club. It's just club members, which is really nice. Oh, Rita's chatting to everybody. Right, let's do that. Looking nice already. So that's trimmed down. I don't think I need my cutting mat anymore. Let's see what we can do with this then. So I'm kind of fancying 2 pockets on the inside here, with my bugs the right way round, with lining, ribbon in there, fold over and tie it. And I think that's really simple, and that's big enough that I can put a notebook inside there. It could be my rotary cutter, or my scissors if I'm going somewhere, or templates would fit really nicely in there. I could put my alphabets in there. Might even divide one of those into 2. I'll have a look in a minute. First up, whoops, oh, that's my ruler on the floor. Hopefully I don't need that again. Just going to iron the crease out of that. And actually I think I'm going to put some wadding on the back of that, just to make it a little bit more stable. So maybe I will need my ruler. So let's pop that on there. Pick said ruler up off the floor. And yeah, we'll have a bit of wadding on there, make it a little bit more stable. And on that side as well, obvs, and do that. Oh, Petra's got a Benina B7070 Plus today. Oh, I've never used a Benina, but I hear they're jolly nice. Hi Blodwyn, how are you? Yes, it is, Julie. If you put hexagon in there, or even just type in hex, it's on there. But there is a link in the description box, so you can go straight to it from the link if you wish. The fabrics in the bag behind me, these are actually Tilda fabrics. We don't have those on the website. Those are all made by cows, actually, all of those. That's mine. With Sewing Street fabrics, so I'm afraid we haven't got those. But it just gives you an idea of the kind of things that you can make with the squares templates and the long hexes templates. I'm very good today. Is that Mo or Mao? How are you today? Hope you're well. Hello Linda, hello Mary. Blodden's just had lunch with friends. She's very full. Nice. Right, so I'm just cutting out the pockets, or cutting the wadding from around the pockets, and yeah, that's going to be a little bit nicer, I think. Funny, isn't it? You cut these really square, and by the time you put the wadding on the back, they've all gone a bit twisted. I don't know why that happens. All right. So there's 2 pockets, okay. So let's just have a think about the best way to do this. Let's do the pockets first. So right sides together, we're just going to sew the pocket lining to the pocket just along that one edge, so that's the inside edge. That's another ruler on the floor. There's rulers going all over the place. Yeah. So that's that. Let's fold it over. I think I'm just going to leave a little border down there. I might have to trim that down a little bit, but I think that'll look quite nice. Just a little edge down the edge there. And let's top stitch that. Let's fold that right out of the way. That's quite sweet, doesn't it? So I'll have to trim that side down a little bit, but I don't mind that. It's evolving. And let's do the same on that side. So if I'd have planned this and done any kind of prep whatsoever, I could have cut the lining a little bit bigger. Hello Mary Rose, how are you? Catherine's sorting out and moving around a bedroom. Nice. Right, just folding that nice tight. I just want a little line there, not a big border, just a little line. I'll just top stitch that in place. Right, there we go. Oh, hi Helen. I just missed that. Let's have a look. I've sent an order for some Christmas fabric and one is coming off the bolt short, so I was asked if I wanted a substitute. My iPad's not letting me send emails. This is very much in capital letters. And would like the Christmas star gifts as a substitute. I shall pass that on. I think Jan was dealing with that one, but I shall pass that on. Or if you're listening, Jan, she'll have the star gifts as a substitute. She does listen sometimes, or she watches back later. I'm just going to trim this down to the same size as the outer. So my pockets are a little bit smaller, but I don't think that matters. A bit. There we go. So they're just a little bit narrower than I planned them to be, but that's absolutely fine. Right, let's have a think about how we're going to put this together then. Because I'll need that on there. Right, okay, yeah, just thinking still. So if that goes there, and that goes there, I need some ribbon to fasten it. So that's going to go on the inside here. So that'll be about 10 inches long, I reckon. So let's mark the centre of this and mark the centre of that, and then ribbon facing inwards, we're going to sew to each end like that. I'm saying this as though I know what I'm talking about. I've no idea what I'm making really. But it's nice to see how things turn out, isn't it? Oh, Debbie's got a parcel today, lovely. Tina's just made a 4th pair. Is that the wide leg trousers? Lovely. I'm glad you like them, obviously you do. Seen loads of pictures of that one actually, I'm glad they went down well. The next project for Half Yard, working with Tash on that at the moment, is going to be an oversized shirt. Kim put a picture on one of her pages of her wearing the trousers with a shirt that she'd made herself as well, a nice big shirt that she wears over t-shirts and things, and she had so many comments on it, she thought, might as well do that then, we'll do that as a project. Yes, Deirdre, there's no zips or anything on it, so it is quite, a loose fitting dress. It has to be because it slips over your head. So that's it, slightly lower at the back than at the front, and it does have pockets in the side as well, and it's got a couple of darts just at the bust line, and the edges are bound, so they've got bias binding which you make yourself to go around the edge. So it's a really, really simple dress, but yeah, it's designed to be loose fitting. So have a look at the measurements when it comes around. Remember, when you're dressmaking, you're going to go by your measurements, not your regular dress size. Right, let's have a think how we do this. Right, so we're going to put one side over the top of this. Let's just move all this stuff out of the way. Right, that's on the other side, just making sure everything's the right way up. So that's going to go on there like that. So just make sure that you've got your fabric the right way up if you're using a directional fabric. And I'm going to sew down here a little bit. Oh, Judy's got her books today, lovely. Obviously got your membership as well. So let's pop that on there. I'm just going to increase the seam allowance a little bit, just up to the edge of my foot instead of 1/4 inch. And let's sew down here, just to make sure I'm getting all the layers included in the seam. Whose birthday is it then? Sandra. Happy birthday, Sandra. It's Christine's 70th of July, it's my 65th in July. How's that happened? You're so old. Okay, so that's on there. And the opposite side is going to go there. Okay. And then the lining's going over the top. And I'm going to put some pins in there. Jennifer says, my order came on Monday, the fabric's gorgeous, my mum collects owls, 93 in December, and she's making her a wheelchair bag for a chair. Oh, such a lovely idea. 93. Right, let's pop that there. So just popping a few pins in. Because then I'm going to sew from the other side. So I'm not putting the pins too close to the edge because I don't want to sew over them. Put that in there. And then I'm going to sew from about here over the stitches that I've already sewn all the way around the edge and finish here. So that's going to be my turning gap there. Do you reckon, Kaz? You reckon we'll all be still here when we're 93? I might not be sewing so quickly and I might be a little bit doddery, so you'll have to bear with me. I'll probably be forgetting what I'm sewing and going, eh? A lot. What? Let's go all the way around. Just make sure I'm catching the layers of the pockets as I get around here. Turn around, back down this side. back down here. So back up to that line where I started sewing, and just sew a little bit down there, and that's my turning gap. Hi Moisa, how are you today? We had somebody else, I can't remember your name, so I had somebody else from Pakistan on YouTube a second ago. Not that you'd know each other or anything, you know. Right, so let's chop off these corners. Right, so just to cut down on the book because there's rather a lot going on in those corners now. And where was the gap? Where's the gap? There's the gap, and we'll turn it the right side out. What? Cass says, what? When we got married, my mum would have been 75, something like that, I think. And she used to play on the deafness quite a bit. My dad had just died, so my mum kind of walked me down the aisle and gave me away and everything. But when it came to the bit where she had to say her bit, and no, who gives this woman or whatever it was, yeah, and she just went, what? And I knew jolly well she could hear. She could hear that. That was attention seeking. What? But I intend to follow in her footsteps. I should be just like that. I have warned the kids. And I may well get to an age where I'm driving them mad. But we're allowed to, aren't we? You're allowed to do what you want when you're 93, for goodness sake. Right, so I've got that, which still looks as though it's inside out, because it probably is. And we need to sew this opening closed, and I'm going to do that by hand, because you imagine if I sew that on the machine, I'm just going to cover at the seam there, it'll change the shape of this seam here, so it'll look odd from the other side. So I'm going to do that by hand if I can find a needle. I've got pin cushions all over the place. Okay, it doesn't really matter how tidy these stitches are, because it's on the inside of the, oh, it's a big needle, because it's on the inside of the pocket, so you're not going to see it. It's a big needle, but it's the only one I've got. It could easily be a book cover, Zach, yes. Oh, Zakaya, sorry. Easily be a book cover. Oh, Mary Rose is heading to Spain for 10. Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a holiday. Somewhere warm. By the pool. Right. So I'm just going to use a ladder stitch. So in one fold, out to the other. I'm using big stitches because you're not going to see it. Unless of course you're going to make something to sell. Actually, these have been quite nice little things if you've got a stall or you're trying to raise some money for charity, wouldn't it? Because it's really quick, but they look quite impressive and they're useful. And if you're making it as a gift, you could even put a notebook in there. It doesn't have to be particularly for people who sew. So just a notebook and pen would be good, wouldn't it? That'd work. So I'll just quickly go along there with the biggest needle in the world. Well, it's not, but you know, it's pretty big. Oh, Jane's going to be on a small Greek island this time next week. Oh, I'll be here sewing. And repeat. Okay, almost there. That's not the most interesting thing to watch, is it? Oh, Deirdre made a little house pin cushion. Love it. Hangs on the sewing machine. I've got a few of those actually. I love making things like that. I'm trying to come up with something wonky for the Half Yard Club, and I'm kind of thinking we haven't done a wonky storage container, have we? We've done draft excluders, And I don't think I've done a wonky bag. Sewing machine dust covers, obviously the cushions, the door stops, the Halloween. But we haven't done wonky storage, so I might plan that one in. Penny is just some kind of folder. I'm not sure if it's actually worked or not, because I'm one of those where I'm making it up as I go and just see what happens. But I think it's all right. I think we're doing all right. Okay, finish that. Wonky storage. Yeah, let's have a think about wonky storage. Deirdre wants a winky cat. Okay, that will do that. And then we'll flip this over and do that. A wonky storage bag. A wonky storage bag, I like that idea. So a ribbon on the end to close it. And let's do that. That'll do. Let's push out those corners as best I can. There was a lot of wadding in there, so they're not going to be perfectly square. I think it worked. A wonky Christmas table runner. That's a nice idea. So I've got all these ideas now running around in my mind what to do. There's really, I mean, how many projects a month do we get? 12, 24, 36. It's not enough, is it? We need more projects. All right. Let's just give that a press. If you made it to measure, you could easily be a book cover for this one, but I just thought nice little pouch to keep things that I'm taking maybe to a retreat or something with. There we go. Give all that press. I'm not going to top stitch around the edge because it's really thick and I really don't think that it needs it, but I think that will be absolutely fine. So again, I've got somewhere I can fit maybe smaller rulers. My 4-inch square, my 6-inch square will fit in there quite nicely. If I'm going somewhere, I can put things like that in there, or my, well, there's a 6-inch ruler. Look. Oh, come here. I do have a 6-inch ruler, so that'll fit quite nicely in there as well. And then fold it over, tie it up. Job, as they say, is a good un. Oh, Rachel's joined today. Oh, you joined too. Lovely. She's going to be busy for a long time, she says. That's the plan, right, to keep you busy. And that's it. So I think for square rulers, that is absolutely ideal. Obviously, the pockets would have been a little bit deeper, but I did trim them down because I wanted to create the border. So if you are going to make one, maybe make the pockets 6 inches, and then they'll come in here a lot further. But sorry, excuse me. But something of that kind of size, or my 4-inch wides, or my smaller templates fit really nicely in there. Yeah, thank you very much, Catherine. Hello, Patricia. Thank you very much, Zach. Rachel's watching on a tiny phone screen. Yes, it is. It is bugs and ladybirds. Let me zoom in. There you go. Can you see that on your tiny screen? It's bugs. There's a grasshopper, butterflies, caterpillar, ladybird. Is that a snail? It's just loads of fun and it's lovely fabric. So if you weren't watching earlier, I used 80-20 wadding on the inside and all I did was zigzag to quilt it like that. So given more time, I'd go all around each one and around the inside as well, and maybe some wadding that's a little bit more poofy would be nice, so you really see the stitches sinking in there as well. Oh, you can see that, lovely, zoomed in just for you. Okay then, so on an island next week in the Isle of Wight. Oh, Janet, that'll be nice. Love a patchwork. Oh, I do. I love patchwork anyway, but a patchwork design, it's just like saves you the trouble of doing it, doesn't it? Okay, then I shall pop off for now. So I shall see you again on Saturday. Don't know what we're going to make. I'll see if we can make something. And then next Wednesday, and then of course I won't be here the Saturday after because it's the retreat. Yeah. Oh, okay, well thank you for joining me today, and I hope you, where are we here? I hope you've got lovely weather and you're going to enjoy the rest of the week. I'm hoping it's going to be like this for the rest of the week. But do take care. It's been nice to have a chat, nice to have your company, and I shall see you again on Saturday at 11 o'clock. See you then. Bye-bye.